Welcome, everyone, and thanks for joining this presentation. My name is Sourin Paul, and I'm a member of the Elastic Security product team. Over the next 20 minutes or so, I'll introduce you to security insights. But before we start, a few logistical things. There are a couple of references I make in my presentation, which you will find handy. They are included as a downloadable PDF. You should also be able to see a poll on threat hunting. Please take a minute to answer it. And finally, for any questions you may have, leave them in the Q&A or the chat feature, and I will do my best to respond timely. The only obligatory part of my presentation, note that it contains forward-looking statements. So as a good Samaritan, it's my duty to point out that the realizations of these features or my projections cannot be guaranteed by me or Elastic. There is a way to do it better. Find it. This quote is from Sir Edison, which aptly captures the human spirit of creating anything noble. With that in mind, a quick rundown of our agenda. We will first review Elastic Security's journey and where we stand today. What are insights and how it can help you? We'll look at some of the features of insights and things of interest. And finally, a quick summarization. At Elastic Security, our vision is to help protect the world's data from attack. We believe security is a data problem, and this is the foundation we have built the security solution on, providing workflows, analytics, and improved visibility on top of this security data. As you may already know, Elastic uses the power of search to develop a common platform called the Elastic Stack. The security solution is built on this Elastic Common Technology Stack. It can be deployed almost anywhere with a free and open distribution model and a massive worldwide community of users. Our security solution provides the foundation for log centralization, detection, triaging, and response workflows. Tracking our revolutionary journey with Endgame, now Elastic Agent, we added advanced endpoint security use cases like ransomware and malware detection and prevention capabilities. We have a centralized detection engine, which includes a rule engine for continuous monitoring, investigation tools, and threat intelligence context enrichment to provide foundational SIM capabilities. Recently, we added response actions within workflows to close the response loop, along with OS query support within Elastic Agent for remote querying and host isolations and inspections at runtime. In this process, and with what we have built thus far, we are able to create these unique values for you, our users. Gaining visibility into any data, whether it's from your network devices, IDSs, IPSs, external facing servers, endpoints, etc. If we don't have it in our ever-growing library of integrations, you can easily append one following standards, open standards like JSON and ECS. Unlimited data analysis with searchable snapshots is a game-changing capability. It gives you an ability to search through massive volumes of cost-effectively stored data across different tiers. Rapid Query draws upon or from a wide range of analytic capabilities within Elasticsearch and a detection engine that allows you to double-click on the previous detections, investigations, and escalations. And finally, democratizing security, starting with our free and open distribution and our resource-based pricing. You can extract virtually unlimited value from our solution. Diving a level deeper with respect to detection capabilities, this MITRE mapping visualization renders the breadth and depth of our detection capabilities. We currently include roughly 650 malware signatures, which comprises 70% of most commonly seen Linux malware samples, and over 560 detection rules, many of which are regularly tuned and updated across releases. Now, club this with your ability to customize any of the out-of-the-box rules within your environment that gives you a near infinite coverage of detection capabilities. But how does this impact your triaging, investigation, and response capabilities? We have been increasingly surfacing any relevant context behind these detection alerts, but how do I, as an analyst, filter, enrich, down select, or even dedupe these alerts effectively? What abilities do I have to annotate, dispose, or escalate alerts within my workflow? To simplify, how do I filter all this detection noise and make appropriate decisions? Hence, we asked, what if? What if we can prioritize the alerts and the underlying events based on risk profile of your workloads? What if we can contextualize the non-obvious relationships between your security events? What if we can guide you through investigation steps and identify collaborative opportunities across security workflows? And these are the type of questions Elastic Security Insights attempt to answer. With Insights, our vision is simple: augment an analyst's decision-making capabilities, and number two, enable you to make faster and accurate decisions. We are focused on creating three key values for you. Number one, provide you meaningful context so that you can make accurate decisions, recommend relevant actions that are context aware to your threat and your events, helping you accelerate your recommendations, and finally, reduce the fatigue that is associated with triaging and investigations by surfacing unknown relationships, historical records, and best practices that are core to your environment. There are three major components to Insights. Entity analytics. Think of these as measuring relationships across your core entities like users and hosts so that we can help you surface threats associated with those entities. Situational context. Think of these as qualitative observations or relationships between your data set. And finally, the recommended actions ranging from suggestive all the way to prescriptive actions that will help you to respond to your threats adequately. Now, how does these all fit together? Let's take a look at a conceptual architecture of Insights. We leverage our stack's foundational capabilities like search and aggregations, which operates on the security data set to generate analytics and situational context. These two will allow you to make accurate decisions across security workflows. We will then apply additional user and content-based recommendations using ML to generate recommended actions, which are geared towards expediting response and remediation actions. Think of entity analytics as risk scores or confidence scores, whereas situational context could be related cases or alerts. And finally, recommended actions could be equal queries that you can run in your timelines, and so on and so forth. Now, projecting Insights evolution, we expect to introduce entity analytics and aggregation-based observations initially that will help you with your triaging activities, and then evolve into activity-based and more prescriptive kind recommendations to address your response workflows. Rubber meets the road. Let's look at some of the features and capabilities in detail. Through 7.13, we had introduced various ML machine learning detection rules, some bringing anomaly detection capabilities like Problem Child. Problem Child is a framework built using the Elastic Stack to detect living of the land attack. The framework leverages process lineage information from Windows process event metadata, for example, to classify events as malicious or benign. Anomaly detection is further applied to detect rare processes and improve true positives. And also DGA detection, which examines packet-based DNS dataset in real time, automatically identifying domains that are potentially malicious. In 7.14, we introduced the ability to detect spoof domains, which when enabled, can monitor your DNS activity proactively and notify if a spoof domain is detected within your HTTP traffic. And very recently in 7.15, we added host risk score analytics that will surface the risky host based on host activity to derive or drive your triaging and investigation workflows. By the way, if you're interested in deploying, trying out any of these features, the reference PDF attached to this presentation contains links to the feature repositories and steps you would need to follow to enable in your cluster. Let's walk through the host risk score feature a little bit in detail. We are starting off with host risk score lens dashboard, which presents us the top malicious host names from our environment. It allows us to drill down to a specific host to review a cumulative risk activity along with underlying rules that attributes to the risk. You can further drill down to the host details page within our security solution to continue your investigation. Again, if you're interested in trying out host risk score, follow the steps in the reference PDF. This is where we take a sneak peek of what's in the horizon. There is ongoing work in integrating this host risk score analytics within the security solution so you can stay in context within your triaging activity. You will be able to leverage host analytics to initiate threat hunting activities or even optimize your alert triaging process, being aware of noisy hosts or those considered as crown jewels. We expect this analytics to assist you with numerous use cases, which we will continue to explore, but integration within the security solution is our immediate next steps. Raising the veil a bit further, here are a few things where our head is at. These are still in research, by the way, and exploration stages, but the hope is to bring this to you sometime in the near future. User analytics, which attempts to risk profile user behavior and activities. With related records, we want to surface alerts and cases that may help you expedite your triaging process. Detect events that resemble malicious beaconing for threat hunting activities. And finally, a cluster of capabilities around alert grouping that will improve prioritization, effectiveness, and response actions across the triaging and investigation steps. As a quick summary, we started out reviewing the extensive detection, protection, and analytical capabilities Elastic Security provides you with today, and further looked into exploratory questions, which led us to Insight's goals of making the security workflows more opinionated, actionable, and effective. You may operate in one or all of these functions or roles, and our hope is with Insights, we are able to help you to prioritize which alerts or groups of alerts you should pay attention to and why. Discover what existing cases or investigation steps or data set may be the most relevant to your investigations. And finally, identify the gaps within your current detection capabilities and present you the analytics and observables that can help drive your hunting activities. With that, I would like to thank you for your time and participation. Again, if you're interested in specifically exploring any of the features we discussed today, please download the reference attachment. Also, do not forget the poll attached. Kindly answer it. And as a product person, I always welcome your feedback and contributions. So please reach out to us via community Slack and discuss forums. Thank you.